Alright, so I thought I'd show you. It's a nice day today, finally. We had some 17-degree weather. And these guys were fine. They got a little bit of tip burnt, but they really just started flopping over. These are actually radishes that are flowering. So I was going to save some of them for seed, but I went, they're just taking up space. So I pulled them out, gave some of them to the goats and sheep, and they're doing really well. They did really well, but it's time to make a change. And you can see here, it's still pretty much winter. So none of these are actually plums. So the plums are not producing any flowers yet. But I ripped out all the radishes over here. So I'm going to plant some more, basically some tomatoes and peppers, which is a little bit of a risk. But I do have my greenhouse heater over here. So if it gets too cold, if it gets really below zero, I'm probably going to turn the heater on. But these guys right here, these are my Brussels sprouts. I planted them a little basically too close. I planted them a little too late. So they're really not making Brussels sprouts. They are making flower buds, which you can eat just fine. You can eat the leaves just fine. And then in the middle, I've got the broccoli. So the broccoli is producing a little bit. This is a sprouting broccoli, so it's not going to produce big heads anyway. So I just come by and munch on them once in a while. They're pretty tasty. And then over here, I have some more Brussels sprouts. Now these I thinned a bit more. So I think they're a little less interested in basically going to bolts, to seed, to produce flowers. Then I've got this is the garlic that I put in, that I kind of forgot to put in late. There's some peas in there. There's a whole bunch of weeds, obviously. And then I've got the beets right here. And they're getting somewhere, finally. You can tell. They're not super great. They're a little bit too close. Some of the leaves got a little burnt. So like I said, it went to 17 outside. It got to 27 in here, which was a little bit hard on them. I probably should have turned the heater on. But they're doing okay. But the big change that I'm making is right here. So right here, I went ahead and I put in, this is Sunset Red Horizon. This one is Beefmaster. That's actually a hybrid. And then these two, this pepper here and this pepper here, those are both peppers Etuida. And this is kind of an experiment. From what I've read and seen people talk about doing this the end of March. Well, it's March 22nd, or March 20th, actually. And it's kind of like, well, the weather looks fine. It's not even going to go below freezing at night outside for the next week or so. So I was just kind of like, let's take a gamble. And of course, I have the heater, so if it gets really cold, I can definitely turn the heater on and make sure these guys are okay. I think they may not be super happy if it gets really cold at night, but like I said, I can turn the heater on and make this fairly warm if needed. So I'm kind of running this experiment. The other side, I'm going to put in a few more, probably a few more peppers on the other side. I should also mention I did rip out all of the carrots that were over there, and this is what I got. They're not super huge. I really planted them too close. I should have thinned them, but I got a few that were pretty good sized, so that was kind of interesting. So these I planted in October, so this was October to March. That's our winter, so it took quite a bit of effort to get to this, but, well, not really effort, but just time to get to actual carrots. So probably would have been better if I had spread them out a bit more, but not too bad. Not too bad for winter carrots. All right, so this is what this bed looks like after I planted and watered it. And of course, they look a little beat up because I don't have a good actual proper sprayer. So I guess this is one of the things I need to track down. I had one, but I think the children actually broke it. But anyway, this right here, this is Etuida, and then I have two Olympus. Basically, there's one there, and there's one there. So this is all where the radishes were, so you can kind of see some little bitty bits of radish still hanging around. And I'll probably take these guys out next because they got really mashed when the radishes fell over. I mean, there's nothing wrong with them. I'll probably just maybe eat a few of them and feed them to the animals because I'm sure they're really happy to see fresh greens, so they're very, very happy about that. But anyway, greenhouse is looking pretty good. So I'm performing the super early greenhouse not hardy plant experiment. So can we start tomatoes and peppers in March? We're going to find out. And hopefully our little greenhouse heater over here will save the day if I have kind of messed up. So if you like this kind of content, you want to see what happens, please like and subscribe, and I'll update you when we figure all this out. When you grow your ridiculous sized radishes in the greenhouse and then you give them to the goats, like green stuff.